briefly a bit about myself. Born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. I lived in almost every bad area of Newark. Anyone you can think of, even as close as.
At this time, 8th graders are dismissed. Enjoy your spring break and be ready for school. All 8th grade
That's gonna happen
graders are dismissed at this time.
8th, 7th,
Okay,
and 6th.
no problem. I've been living close as in Bradley Court. I spent some years there, even my elementary years. And majority of my family, uncles, aunts, they went in the lifestyle. Gangs, drugs, hustlers, anything you can think of, pimps. But we always realized, me and my identical twin brother, we didn't want to live that lifestyle. We wanted to be our own people. And luckily enough, growing up in the areas we grew up in, at that time you had some of the, what you want to call OGs, that didn't impress those values on us. My family didn't impress those values on us. They said, go your own way. We'll be the martyrs. If you're in the biblical things, you'll learn about martyrs. They chose to live that lifestyle to provide for us, my younger cousins and everybody else, so we wouldn't go into that life. Coming out of high school, I was an All-American Scholar. I never knew what All-American Scholar was. I know about ball because I played basketball. I know I wanted to play basketball in college, but I focused my senior year on just my grades. I always had good grades. But my senior year, because I slipped my junior year, said, you know what, I got to get better. I had problems at home. My mother wasn't getting along. I moved from her when I was in 8th grade. Some of the things y'all go through, I work with some of the worst kids. I've taught in the detention center. I've taught in alternative schools. I've worked with kids that's gone for life for murder at 17. One bad choice. One bad choice just messed up his whole life. And around that same age, 17, 18, my freshman year in college, I could have been down for life. I come home during spring break, me and my boys, we go party, 12 deep. One of my boys' coat gets stolen in a party. He goes outside talking about getting a hammer. We like, no, what are you doing? Chill. We're all in college. All got promising futures. What's wrong with you? What are you thinking? We call him, put him in the car. Yo, take me home. I don't want no parts of this. We go to sleep in the car. We thinking we going home. Wake up. We at White Castles and up in Orange on Central Ave. Like, what are we doing here? Because that was the hot spot after parties. After that, they decide to race down Central Ave in Orange, of all places. With nothing but cops around there. We get pulled over. My boy, who was a little older than us, we always thought he had a license. He tells us he don't got no license. Then he tells us there's a gun in the car. So what would you do in that situation? A few of us had a license. I had a license. You know what? Switch seats. I get in the front. Talk to the officer and everything. I'm in the back of the car, take my information and all that. Made us all get out of the van. We was lucky enough to just ride home in our other friend's car. They thought we might have committed a robbery real quick because we're racing out Central Ave. Most people don't know this story. They don't know the choice that could have happened that could have messed up my whole life. This is the first time I'm talking about it in public because I want y'all to understand your choices can change just like that. I'm in college, my freshman year, spring break. I could have did life if that gun had a body on it. Luckily enough, smart, talk to the officer. Now we fast forward a bit. I'm angry because I'm like, yo, you could have risked all our lives. I'm telling my friend, look, we got to go to court on this date. I got these tickets in my name for you. You better have that bread. Those exact words. Because when I go to court, I got to sneak back up from school, because I was out of state, sneak in my own house to go to court the next day. Just so my family wouldn't know I was in this crazy situation. You think he showed up? Think he had that bread? Nah, I had to go to my family and say, look, we got to pay for these tickets. I talked with the dude. He hiding. Talked with the prosecutor. They said, all right, it wasn't your car. We're going to drop this. You don't got no points in your license. Luckily enough, they never checked that van. Imagine if they did. 7, 8 of us, all college freshmen. And that gun would have had a body on it. We're all done. By one bad decision. Y'all got to understand, y'all don't need to know the person you are right now. Know the person that got y'all here. Understand that person. And move forward. We all make mistakes. There's tons more stories like mine. I could have been down. But it's the choices I made that helped me move forward. I worked with youth since I was 14, a kid working with youth. When I was 18, I started coaching basketball while playing. I played college ball. Then I had my son. I had my heart. So I had to make a decision. I got to work or play ball. I couldn't really do both. So I chose my heart. Left my basketball dream alone. I don't regret it. That was a choice. I had to do what I had to do for my son. And some of y'all know, anybody got kids here? Anybody? Anybody know? No? That's cool. But at some point, you're going to put your child, if you decide to have kids, before your decisions, before your own choices, before your future. Hopefully you do. Because it's not about you anymore. Some don't know that story. I'm sorry, y'all know that some. You know. I knew her for many years. I want you to do me a favor. Clap for yourselves. Now do this. Look at the person near you and tell them these words. Repeat after me. I'm not clapping because you're here. Come on, everybody. I'm not clapping because you're here. I'm clapping because you made it to a safe environment. And that's serious. Coming from all walks of life where y'all come from, even coming here today is y'all choice. Y'all could have decided I'm not coming. I'm not being in this program. I was telling a brother when I walked in here, my uncle, I brought him here to get his GED years ago. When he decided to leave the streets alone, I was happy. They said, you know what, oh, you gotta go to, you taking classes here? I'll drop you off. He's older than all y'all when he came here. Late 20s, decided to get his GED. Because he decided to change his life. I'm not going to take too much of your time, but I want you to understand something. The choices you make can affect your future. No matter how small you think it is. The people that's supposed to be your friends may not be your friends. Your families may not be supportive. But if you believe in yourself and have faith, you can make it through anything, regardless of your religious background. If you have faith in yourself. Faith in nothing, just a strong willingness to believe. That's all. And once you have belief so strong, you'll cut through any doubt. Any doubt in yourself. Any doubt in your family. Any doubt in your friends. The same friends I went to high school with, maybe a few of them are still my friends. I had a big circle. College, big circle. Now, it's mostly my family. Me and my twin brother. A couple other people here and there, best friend. But you learn as you get older to weed through those that aren't going to really be there for you if you need to. Whether male or female, whether boyfriend, girlfriend. Your choice and your mate affects you. If your mate out here acting up, what are you going to look at? You. Your boy's going to come to you and say, yo, you know, your lady over there acting up. She over here doing this and that. If your boyfriend and you in this house got full of drugs and guns and they run a raid, you going to take that bid for him? Imagine how many sisters caught in that situation. And they take that bid. And their boyfriend's still on the street. Your homies, you get locked up, they're not putting anything in your commissary. You know how many brothers I've seen in jail crying? Their family's not supporting them. Their homies not supporting them. But they live that lifestyle. They made that choice. They hard in the street, though. They get locked up. They crying. Girls, too. It's all about choices. I'm happy that y'all here. I'm happy y'all got positive people to help y'all. Y'all making that choice to come here. Regardless if y'all was made or y'all chose. You still choose to come here every day. Understand, y'all got people that care about y'all. Regardless if you believe it or not, you got people that care about y'all. All you gotta do is look and ask.